Midwest Picker on YouTube.
Hey, Midwest Picker here. My name is Dave. This is Joey. I just got done raking leaves for 4 hours, but it's done for the year. I'm so happy, but I'm tired. I'm dirty. But I want to make this video because I know you want to hear from us. And when I say us, I mean what sells on eBay. So why do new sellers, current sellers, people want to know what actually sells on eBay, because you don't want to waste your time and your money sourcing the wrong things. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what sold, where I sourced it from, what I paid for it, how it shipped, and how long it took to sell. And if I remember whether or not I'd buy it again. So let's get right into it. First item are these two Activision figures. I think they're for a video game. I think they're called Skylanders. Not really sure. These are free to me. Family member just gave me a whole grocery bag full of these things, even though I don't know what they are. Thank you, Google Lens. Listed them for $19.95. Took a best offer of $17 plus shipping on top. I have learned over the years, anything video game related pretty much sells. Doesn't matter if it's a poster, a lunchbox, a magazine, an action figure. People love their video game related accessories and merchandise. It just sells. I forgot to mention this took 2 weeks to sell. Next up, I sold 2 of these discontinued air fresheners. This is like pumpkin spice, not my thing, but they were discontinued. Got them from a discount store for only $1 a piece. This is the perfect time of year and they're selling like crazy. If you watch my previous what sold videos, every what sold video, probably going back 4 videos, these things sell. This is called retail arbitrage. It's a French word. Joey loves the French language. He's always quoting it to me. Thinks he's smarter than me. These sold for $16.95 plus shipping on top. I bought these, I don't know, 6 months ago, and I'm almost completely out. So it's hard to say how long they took to sell. $2 into $16.95. That's like stealing. Next up, this Art Van Furniture Leather Cleaning Kit. That's a mouthful. This is my very own personal item. I was cleaning out the garage one day with Mrs. Midwest, and we always find stuff and we donate it to charity, donate it to a thrift store, throw it in the garbage. And every once in a while, we find something that sells on eBay. And I looked at it, still sealed in the package. So I looked it up and oh yeah, they sell. Took about 5 months to sell. This is basically free to me. Sold for $15.95 plus shipping on top. You can find these every once in a while, usually garage sales, not so much flea markets, thrift stores for sure. You'll find these furniture cleaning kits still sealed in the package. Previous video, I sold a Bob's Furniture cleaning kit. People want them. And then we got this guy.
I'd be battle weary and tired. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Midwest Picker is hot on my trail. I must find shelter. Hasta la vista, baby.
Next up, this Canon digital camera. I think they call these DSLRs. Got this for free from my sister. Thank you, sister. These do sell like crazy. I made a short video on how to sell digital cameras. I'll put the link to that short down below in the description. But if you didn't know, this is old tech and people want old tech. They don't always want to use their smartphone to make pictures and video because, you know, the smartphone's connected to the internet and they're listening and watching. So people like the old tech that's not connected to the internet so they can have more privacy, I guess. I don't know, but people do love digital cameras. Took only about a month to sell. I listed it for $89.95. Took a best offer of $70 plus shipping on top. So they do sell. Some are $20. Some are $2,000 and everything in between. But check out that short video. I break down a little bit in more detail on how to source and how to sell these things. Next up, I sold this Billy Joel cassette. If you don't know what a cassette is, go ask your grandma. Cost of goods free. I think it's my personal item that I bought 30 years ago. Who knows? I'm always cleaning out the eBay office, the basement, the attic, and I always find this stuff that I intend to list on eBay and I never get around to it, and then I discover it years later, so I just put it up on eBay. Some cassettes can be worth a ton of money. Maybe I'll make a video in the future about that. You know, these indie, I don't know if it's called indie, but these garage bands and unknown groups, they only make like 100 cassettes. Just oddball bands, punk bands. There are some cassettes out there that sell for good money. Maybe I'll make a video of that in the future. Took about 3 weeks to sell. I took a best offer of $8. I think I listed it for $12.95 plus shipping on top. You can source these just about anywhere. Always best to get them sealed and new in the package. Next up is this pair of 12-inch foam, I like gilded gold paint cherubs. These are technically like Christmas ornaments. They have like a gold cord on it. Not sure where you would hang these, but this is the time of year. It's Q4. I bought these. They're called Shackman brand. I won these on a YouTube auction, I think 1 or 2 years ago. I think I won like 8 of these big guys, and I lotted them up 2 at a time. These 2 sold, and I only have 2 left, so I guess you could say they've taken like 2 years to sell. Cost of goods is only 80 cents a piece. Bam! Sold for $32, free shipping because they're super lightweight. Next up is kind of weird. I call this retail arbitrage life lesson learned. So I sourced 3 hair dryers or blow dryers, whatever you want to call them, these Conair hair dryers from Walgreens, 90% clearance. I thought these would sell like crazy. Supposedly the regular retail price was $32.95. I got them for $3.29 a piece. I could not buy them. I grabbed them. So I listed them for $19.95, thinking I'm so smart. If these things sell for $32 normally, and I list them for $19.95, they're going to sell like hotcakes. Well, no, it was crickets. Nothing. Took 5 months just to sell the first one. I took a best offer of $15. I just want these things gone. Nobody cares. I guess people buy things like this, what you call a bread and butter item, like on Amazon. They don't think to look at eBay. I don't know. Oh well, live and learn. Not great. Not bad. Next up, another retail arbitrage item. One of these days, Joey is going to interrupt me and say something in French because he just loves it when I speak French. This is what you also call speculation. So this is a food item that I thought once discontinued, people would go crazy for it. And sometimes they do. For example, the Oreo cookies that were this limited run Lady Gaga Oreo cookies. I'll put a picture up of some solds. They did sell like crazy. I missed that boat. I should have bought them when I had the chance. But they put it out there, limited time. You know, you can't buy them after this date. I should have bought a case of them. You just don't know. But these sold for a ton of money. So I thought, well, you know what? I'm going to study the food industry. And when somebody says, oh, a limited run on candy or food or soda pop, carbonated beverages, I'm going to buy some. Because once it's gone, people really want it and the price can skyrocket. Fans who love Lady Gaga, man, they went nuts for these cookies. Boy! So I thought the Selena Gomez Oreo cookies would do the same thing. Limited run, it's like this chocolate cinnamon thing. So I bought 4 packages. I didn't go crazy. And no, not really. Cost of goods, $5.25 roughly per package. And of course, I held on to them until you couldn't buy them anymore. Problem is, they have an expiration date. So after I sold this lot of 2 packages for $25 plus shipping on top, me and Mrs. Midwest, we decided to eat the other 2 packages. Speculation on limited run food items with an expiration date can be risky, but there can also be a huge reward. Next up, I sold another oil filter. I sourced a carload of these on Facebook Marketplace, roughly $4 a piece. I'm doing very good. Every What Sold video, I'm selling these oil filters. This one sold for $24.95 plus shipping on top. Took about 6 weeks to sell. Next up, this industrial gauge. I don't even know what it is. Again, thank you, Google Lens. I sourced this from a restore, paid about $6 for it, still new in the box. Listed it for $34.95, took a best offer of $30 plus shipping on top. Took about 4 months to sell. And if you didn't know, I mean, if you like to go to thrift stores and source, that's fine. I hardly ever go anymore. But one place you might not know is the Restore. And this is Habitat for Humanity. It's kind of like their thrift store, but they're kind of heavy on the commercial industrial stuff. So like building supplies. So don't buy anything huge because you have to ship it. Anything small is great. They have some stuff new in the package, power tools, hand tools, like this gauge. I've had chemical testing kits, all kinds of stuff. So check out your local Restore. They got lots of stuff. Usually you can get them at a good price. And if I didn't mention, that gauge took about 4 months to sell. Next up, I just want to show you one of my consignment sales. I made a short video on consignment sales too, so I'll link that down in the description down below. That goes into more detail, so I don't spend all of your time talking about it here. I sold this graded 1-ounce silver stamp from the Disney movie Frozen, and this belongs to a friend of mine, and we're splitting the profit. Our agreement is he gets 80% and I get 20% because a lot of his items are very high end. We're talking hundreds of dollars, sometimes 500, 600, $1,000. So there's no way we're going to do a 50-50 split. He doesn't really care, but I said, to be fair, I can't take that much money. Like if you sell a house or buy a house, the real estate agent, they get 5% commission, split it with another real estate agent, whatever. If you sell a $20 item, sure, I'll do a 50-50 split. But he's a good friend, thousands of dollars worth of coins in bullion. I'm only taking 20% and I'm happy with that. But real quick, you're probably asking, how do you know what the actual profit is? It's kind of confusing. Well, on eBay, it's not too difficult. On your desktop or laptop computer, you go to the eBay website and you go to the seller hub, also called the seller dashboard. You click this button here that says orders, and you scroll down. On mobile, this will all look very different. When you scroll down, you find the item that you sold on consignment, and then you click this button, View Order Details. A new screen pops up, and on the bottom right side, you'll see the breakdown called What You Earned. Our agreement is that I get 20% of this number. So in this particular case, I get $18.18. He gets his 80% of $72.73. That's one way to sell on consignment. And there are many other ways to do it, different percentages. You can get down to the nitty gritty, your time and postage, if it's free shipping, all of that. So you have to work out the specifics. I don't do consignment very often. It's very rare. Family, good friends, that's about all. Next item that I sold, which was mine, these two L'Oreal Cosmetics. Don't ask me what they are. All makeup looks the same to me. I sourced these from a Rite Aid pharmacy that was closing down. So me and Mrs. Midwest, we went there. She went to look for stuff for herself. I went to look for stuff to flip and resell. I was shocked that they had L'Oreal brand makeup still available. This store was wiped out. They were selling the shelving, the displays. Most of everything was gone. They just had a little bit left. And when I saw L'Oreal Cosmetics, and they were marked way down to like 10 cents, 20 cents a piece, I thought, oh my gosh, let me get me a little basket. And this is another case of retail arbitrage, but the cost of goods was so low. I know it's risky. It's kind of an experiment, but I thought, you know what? I got to grab these. They're so cheap. So I bought about a dozen of these things, but to compete with all the other ones on eBay, Amazon, and everywhere else, they're little tiny things. They don't weigh much. They go in a padded envelope. So I did do free shipping to compete with other people. At a cost of goods of a dime or 20 cents a piece, I don't care. This pair sold for $17.95, free shipping. Took about 6 months to sell. I still got some more left. They're very slow sellers and there's a lot of competition. So don't source these for like $2 a piece, $3 a piece. You're going to have a hard time. You're not going to make a lot of money. Next up, I sold this new vintage luggage label. This is kind of cool. For you young folks out there, people used to buy these luggage labels and stick them on their luggage. This is something from the 1950s and 60s. People really don't do this anymore, but people collect them like they collect vintage postcards or anything else vintage. These were popular with like your great-grandparents, but people of all ages collect them today. This one is Native American themed, which really helps it to sell. And it's also in the original wax paper envelope that it came in. That helps too. Cost of goods is totally unknown. I found it at the bottom of a box of ephemera. So I won this box of ephemera on a YouTube auction, like $8 or $10 plus shipping. Just hundreds and hundreds of items, postcards, magazines, flyers, ads, cereal boxes that were flattened out. This was just laying on the bottom of the box. Sold for full asking price, $14.95 plus shipping on top. I doubt you're going to find these at a thrift store. You might find them at a flea market, maybe an estate sale. If you can get them cheap, buy them. They're very rare. The problem is they're not super popular, so they don't sell for a ton of money. And if I didn't mention, this one took about a year to sell. Sold more model railroad merch. If you saw my previous video, I sourced thousands and thousands of items of model railroad merchandise, mostly buildings, window frames, walls, roofs, bridge supports, just 5 boxes full for $4. So cost of goods on this one, I don't know, a penny. It's hard to say. Same buyer bought 3 different items. I love it when they do that and they bundle and I can combine shipping. But he bought if you look in the picture, that's like a building panel. It's even got a broken piece on it. The other one was a lot of window frames, and the other one was a lot of smaller window frames. Just put them all together. People use these to build dioramas and models, kind of like little scenes for their model railroads. And, you know, you can make up anything you want with these window frames. You can make a factory, you could make a church, you could make a school. It really doesn't matter. Just use your imagination. A lot of these people that have slot car tracks and model railroad dioramas, they're DIY kind of people, and they're very imaginative, and they can build anything they want. These are vintagey and hard to find, but they are kind of slow sellers. Total sale was $54, free shipping. These are plastic. I mean, they don't take up any weight at all. I mean, the whole package was like 10 ounces, so that was a huge flip for me. Next up, I sold this murder novel. Who doesn't love a good murder? Oh yeah, hey, YouTube AI gods, I'm not endorsing murder. I'm just talking about a novel, a book about murder, so please don't demonetize me wherever you are. Cost of goods, again, I don't know, maybe 25 cents. This was just laying around the office in a box somewhere. Almost threw it away because it's kind of beat up, and I thought, nah, I'll sell it. Sold for a best offer of $9 plus shipping on top. I'm just happy it moved and I was able to sell it. But it did take 2 years to sell. Yikes. Next up is this lapel pin. I actually sold it today. Best offer of $12, free shipping. Very slow seller. This took over a year to sell. Cost of goods was only 10 cents if you didn't see my previous video. And I forgot to mention, thank you to all the new subscribers. I got tons, hundreds, literally 1,000 new subscribers just in the last few months. So you probably haven't seen my previous video from 6 months ago. I sourced 360 lapel pins from a flea market in bulk for like 10 cents each. Would I do that again? No. This pin took a year to sell and I still have 300 more to go. So, you know, think about it. You have the time to wait. Some people don't care. You know, if you can source them for 10 cents each and sell them for 12 bucks a piece, people don't mind. I'm changing my model. I would rather buy Snap-on tools for $200 and then flip it for $500 and be done. Same with vintage postcards. I bought 160 vintage postcards for 200 bucks, just a little over $1 each. Well, that's a lot of labor, scanning all those postcards, researching them, looking up comps, listing them on eBay, waiting for them to sell. They sell like one a month. It's going to take forever. So I'm never going to do that again. I'm going to buy the more expensive item, which has some risk, and then flip it. I don't want to do all that labor. I'm too old. Next up, these video game portals. Man, I wish I could use AI and create a portal and have me sucked through the portal. But I think you guys are tired of all this cheesy AI stuff. Sourced these from a family member. They just handed me this grocery bag of those Activision Skylander action figures and these two portals. And they said, here, just take it. Sell it on eBay. We don't want it. These sold for $29.95 plus shipping on top. Only took 2 months to sell. Next up, I took a best offer. Speaking of vintage postcards, this vintage postcard. Cost of goods, like I said, $1.25. Didn't sell for hardly any money at all. I did free shipping because I used the eBay standard envelope, which is like pennies. I don't know what it is now, 72 cents, something like that. But it took forever to sell. And these postcards, I got 160 of them. I've only sold like 12. They're going to be here longer than me. Next up, this little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure. He's kind of beat up. He's not like in the original package or anything. If you can source these from the 1980s, whether it's Planet of the Apes or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers, any action figures from the 70s and 80s, they do sell, just not all sell for a lot of money. I bought about 30 of these on Craigslist. Who remembers Craigslist? For about $4 a piece. I already sold the high-end ones for like 30, 40, 50 bucks each. I just have a few stragglers left that aren't worth much. I took a best offer of 10 bucks free shipping just to get rid of it. I think I only have 2 left out of those 30 and they're gone. Next, I sold this Villeroy & Boch metal serving pan with a plastic lid. I sold a lot of Villeroy & Boch ceramic plates, dishes, ceramic teapots, coffee pots, all that stuff. Sells for great money. I'm down to just a few items. I didn't even know they made metal items, but they do. Took a best offer of $34, free shipping, took about a year to sell. It's not that heavy at all. Next up, another food retail arbitrage item. You know, if I'm selling these things, you're probably wondering why I poo-poo them and say don't do it. Well, you can do some of it. Just check the expiration dates and make sure you've got at least 6 months or longer to sell it. These are cans of Vernors Boston Cooler soda pop cans. This is a limited run by Vernors. Vernors is huge in Michigan, and they did this Boston Cooler. It's like an orange cream flavor plus ginger. I haven't tried one yet. I bought 4 12-packs, paid full retail price, set them aside, and then I waited. I waited like a spider. And when I found out they were no longer available, you can't get them anymore, then I listed them on eBay, 4 cans at a time. And I thought people were going to go nuts. They were going to go bonkers, crazy. Like, I got to have it. I got to have it. Well, I wasn't totally wrong, but the demand is kind of weak. Somebody bought 2 lots of these, so 8 cans, $28 plus shipping on top. Now, a few tips here. When you sell anything liquid like this, you should put it in a Ziploc bag, because if it gets damaged and it leaks and it spills pop all over the post office floor, you're going to get in trouble. So I put 4 cans each in a 1-gallon Ziploc bag and then packaged it up really good. Lots of void fill so it doesn't move around. I don't think it's going to break or leak. They're aluminum cans. So I also charge shipping because liquid is very heavy. Cost of goods is full retail. I don't know, $8 a 12-pack, $12 a 12-pack. I don't remember what I paid. I still have a lot left. They don't expire until the spring of 2026. So worst case scenario, I might end up drinking them. Next up, some vitamin C. Ooh, how exciting. I bought this at Walgreens, 90% off clearance. Probably 25 cents a piece, I'm guessing. Sold for $7.95 plus shipping on top. Took about 5 months to sell. It's hard to say no at 90% off, but I'm just not going to buy these anymore. It's not worth my time for $7. Last item, sewing machine accessory. These are called zigzag accessories, I think. Zigzag attachments. Google Lens again, saved the day. I won a sewing machine on high bid, and it came in this box. I didn't realize it came with a bunch of other stuff. It came with a bunch of manuals, oil cans, sewing machine accessories, boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. So I split all that up, listed them all individually, the manuals, the accessories. They're selling like crazy. Sewing machine, of course, is still here on the floor. Kind of lazy, haven't gotten around to listing it, but these sold pretty quick. Only took 2 months to sell. Cost of goods was $14 for the sewing machine, so the cost of goods for these accessories, I don't know, I would say free. Sold for $18.95 plus shipping on top. Used Google Lens to research what the heck they were, but that doesn't matter really, because once I figure it out, the buyers know exactly what it is. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoy that. Thanks for staying to the end. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that bell icon when you subscribe. That way when I go live or post a short video or a long video like this, you'll get a notification. I'm thinking about going live on Sundays again. I've been trying on Mondays. Hasn't been super successful. I think people are just busy and they have more free time on Saturdays and Sundays. So I'll try Sunday again. Any comments from Joey? Nope, that's it. Put your comments down below. Thanks for being here, guys. Until next time, see ya.